the way you see here. Oh, look, there's me. There's my name right there in the front. Or would you like to go for the gourd shapes? These are all the pumpkins that we're looking at here. If you prefer something that has a little bit of extra height, we have the gourds over on this side. So this is what I wanted to show you, your color choice. If you want to go for the lightest choice in the front and go for that super gorgeous neutral, we call that cream. It's been tipped with gold, so it does have some warmth to it.
I like to say it's a little shabby chic, and we use what's called a glass glaze. And what that means is that you'll be able to see the stoneware kind of coming through it, so it almost gives it a two-tone effect.
Right.
We pierce these with our two most popular patterns, our floral lace and our old world. You don't have to choose, but if you've been collecting those, you'll see those.
And then the second color choice is the amber. So if you like to do lots of warm, rustic browns in the house, this is a gorgeous choice.
I love this color.
That's amber. It's stunning. And last but not least, we have the orange. How would you describe your orange?
So the orange, I like to say, is a little more of a rusty red because, again, it works back with all of the stoneware pieces you've been collecting. So I love that kind of elegant. I feel like everybody does an orange, a true, like, kind of safety orange. I like this to be a little bit more upscale, a little bit more rust.
So this, just to make sure there's no confusion, because we have a lot of pieces on the table, this is the set you're actually bringing home for $34.98. There is a small, a medium, and a large.
4,
you can
5,
see here.
and 6 inch.
4, 5, and 6 inch. If you want those little place card holders, that is a separate order that coordinates back to the hot pick that you can ask about. But now as we take a look at the pumpkins, because these have a little bit more breadth to them from left to right, same 3 color choices available. It's the orange, the amber, or the white. So tell us about your design in this, because even when you look through the piercings to the inside, there's almost a crackly sparkle coming
Yes,
from
exactly.
in there.
There's a sparkle inside, and there you can see your floral lace detail that you see right there, and it's raised, so that gives you that beautiful texture. Then, of course, you see your 5-dot flowers, and of course, what you've been collecting in Old World. You can see that it's tipped again with that beautiful metallic color. And remember, you're going to receive in all 3 pumpkins the 4, the 5, and the 6 inch. They're lit. They have a 4-hour timer on them, Sharon. So you can either have the white light, which I love.
Wait, you're giving me a choice?
I'm giving you a color morph choice. So, and that'll run through a harvest palette of your greens, of your browns, of your reds. Again, beautiful, the pop of your blue that you see right there. So you can set them either way, 4-hour timer, and they take 2 AA batteries, and the large one is just gonna take 3.
3 AA batteries.
Yes.
So here's the thing that I love about this. If you collect Old World, this is perfect. If you collect the floral lace, this is also perfect, because if you notice as you look at the amber pumpkins, there are motifs of both that you wanted to put in each one of these, so we didn't have to make separate choices. They go with everything.
Yeah, and if you don't collect either pattern and you're brand new to Temp-tations, how beautiful to have the delicate piercing and, of course, that gorgeous, what we call a bas-relief on those beautiful pumpkins. So there you're looking at the amber. I think that's by far, I love the amber and I love the cream. The cream is like that shabby chic again, and then I love the way that rusty orange turned out, because again, I think there's kind of a feel for everybody that you see there. So again, I love the fact that when you want to nestle these in the table, you can do that. I love what you said, the gourds give you a little more height. Maybe you're going to pick up a set of each and kind of mix them on the table. How nice to have that landscape feel running down the center of your table. And they're lit, which I love. We were talking about harvest illumination, and this is just one of those pieces where I think we nailed it. I just think it's
totally
gorgeous.
Agree. So again, choice of color. That one is the amber. We have the orange. We have the cream, and the cream right now that you see there is the most popular, and I do believe it is the most limited actually at this point. But here's the other thing. You choose the gourds or the pumpkins, and I would highly suggest picking up more than one set, because while this is new and it is a hot pick, at this moment, I don't know if we would be able, if this disappeared, I don't know if we would be able to get enough in
we actually
to have
won't
another,
be able to get it back.
Well, there you go.
Yes.
So Tara is the lady who knows, and that's why I think it's important. People kind of go, oh my goodness, it's only the beginning of August, but you know what? Fall is the shortest season. If we waited until September to put this on, you get it home and the season's already half over before we flipped to Christmas holiday. So I love getting this early and being prepared. For me, the instant September 1st happens, I put out all the fall stuff.
Yes.
Because I only have a month before I flip to Halloween. You know, because I've got kids. I got to flip over to the Halloween stuff. Look at the table that we
I
have
love
there in the
that.
back with the candles that we started the show with the 2 pillars, layered with these, and then you go to your local craft store and you get some berries and autumnal leaves and you just weave it.
Yeah, it's
throughout.
so easy.
But the light on this is what makes it so special, because during the day, the layers of the colors and the look of the pumpkins and the gourds is gorgeous. But in the evening, that would just be a dark spot. But because you've illuminated it, it brings all that depth back to that table for the rest of our evening.
And I love that you have the 4-hour timer. So if you set it at 8 o'clock, every night it's going to come on at 8 o'clock and it's going to turn off at midnight, which is what I love. So what you're saying, so like maybe it is an area that's kind of tucked away, or it is your entryway when you're coming in. How nice to be greeted by these.
Right.
Again, because you have that beautiful piercings that you see there. You have the 3 different shapes and the 3 different sizes there. So again, I love them as a collection, whether you're thinking about the cream, whether you're looking at that amber, and that's that glass glaze where it almost looks as if it's a watercolor, as it looks like it's this glass that you can see variations of color in.
And here you can really see, like if you have a lot of those oil rub bronze,
Can I hold this
Venetian
up for a
bronze
minute?
in your home.
I just want you to see. Look at that. I mean, this truly has the feeling of a pumpkin. It's not just a round. It's actually carved in. You can see the beautiful detailing there. It's so lifelike. It's stunning.
And might I say, just before we go off to the phones and say hi to Vicki, look at your price. $34.98. This piece on its own, with all of this detail and all of this depth of painting and the piercing, just the large one with the illumination on the inside, I think would be a great value for 35 bucks. But you're also getting this one, and you're also getting this one. Nest them together naturally, or you can separate them if you want to, or get more than one set. Mix some gourds with some pumpkins, because I want to remind you of the gourds as well. The 3 colors we have to choose from. You get all 3 sizes in the gourds. This one is our orange, more that rust color rather than that construction color that a lot of people associate with orange. This is very elevated. Then we have that amber, and then down here we have that cream. And if you want this little set that's here in the front with the place cards, I have the link for that on my Facebook page, because that will coordinate to go back with this. What was that, Jerome, that you said? We were 1,600 now are gone on the day today. 600 people on the phone lines as we speak, and in each color, everybody, the pumpkin is extremely popular in all 3 of those colors. I'm just going to move this guy because somehow we ended up just to the side of our mirror.
Can I brag on these little guys just for a minute?
Because
I wanted to show you.
I lost my mind.
I'm just going to sneak right around the front, because I want to show you here what I love about these. 4-hour timer as well. So even though they're small, they're mighty. I love that you can tuck these anywhere. We still did that great, beautiful metallic, but I'm just going to give it a turn to the side. Now it becomes a place card holder. We include 30 cards with them. So if you're thinking about putting these in front of everybody's plate, if you want them to take them home with you, if it's a little hostess gift, imagine showing up with 4 of these illuminated pumpkins that you can mix in or decorate with, or gourds, of course, in the matching colors.
And
I
you
just
know what?
love them.
I don't know if we can get the item number for that to pop that on the screen at some point for you at home if you're interested, but you can get the link from my Facebook page for those little guys up in the front. I do need to update you. Vicki's been very patient, but Vicki, just one second. The white, I believe in the pumpkin, is just sold out, and if you want either the amber or the rust in the pumpkin, those are also disappearing relatively quickly. But if you want that cream choice, you can still go for that in the gourd shape.
I love that.
Fewer than 100 left in the gourd, in that cream, if that's the one that you want. So stay on the lines and pick this up if you like to do it. And don't forget, it changes to the color morphing. If you flip that switch, you have another choice. Vicki from Kansas, I do want to thank you so much for your patience. You're here with Tara, and I'm Sharon. How are you?
I'm wonderful.
Hi, Vicki.
I'm just so excited.
Why?
I love Sarah's stuff. She's about the smartest person I know.
Oh,
You know what?
Vicki,
I would
you're
second
making me
that.
blush.
And
Thank you.
she's one of the nicest too.
Oh, thank you very much. So,
I
Vicki,
just-
are
I
you?
just love,
Oh, good. Go ahead,
I love
please.
her stuff. I've been collecting for years, and I do the old world, but I also collect pumpkins.
Oh,
Do you?
Perfect.
So this is just right down my alley.
Wow. So
Perfect.
Vicki, which color did you choose?
I got the orange.
The
Oh,
orange.
Vicki, I have to say, you said you've been collecting Temp-tations before. That orange
Yes.
color will work with your harvest, with your fall fetty. If you've picked up our spice, it's more of that rusty, a little more, I think, a little more decor friendly than, as Sharon was saying, that construction kind of orange.
Yes.
So layered in with all of your beautiful baking pieces, that's just going to be gorgeous.
It will be. It will. I'm so excited. And I was really tickled the other day. My granddaughter, who's 7, walked into my kitchen, and I got a new display in there, and she said, "Oh, Grandma, you've got the Harvest Temptations."
Oh, that's adorable.
I love that.
So it shocked me that she really knew what it was. So,
Aw.
yeah, my whole family loves it.
Oh,
That's
thank you,
so
Vicki.
sweet. Well, I'm glad that Tara has brought in so many beautiful new things for the show today, and that your house is going to be ready to go for fall before you know it.
For sure.
Thank you,
Thank
Vicki.
you so much.
Thanks, Vicki. Nice hearing
Take
from
care.
you.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. So $34.98 at the featured price for 3 total pieces. And I know the pumpkins are getting very limited. They're done in ceramic. They have a timer. Do you want the warm white glow that you see on the inside, or do you want to be a little bit more festive? Maybe you're throwing a party. If you want to go for the color morphing, it's not a separate purchase. You just flip a switch that's on the bottom, and at a moment's notice, you can decide, hey, I think I want to do the color
And I
morphing
love that.
tonight.
And there you can see all the detailing. So as sculptural and as figural as these are, again, you have all that same beautiful detailing, which is what I love. I love the fact that you can just illuminate any part of the home. I love the trio. For me, I'm not always a matchy-matchy, so I love when you can do a landscape. I personally have both and mix the gourds and the pumpkins together. You can do it by sizes. You can sprinkle in the little, the set of 4 also, and you can kind of create your own little, what do you want to call it?
I was just going to say, it's a wonderful way to
Pumpkin
tie.
and gourd palace.
It's a wonderful way to tie a couple of rooms together.
Yeah.
Just before I get to that point, I do want to let you know, in the pumpkin, in the amber, we are now last call. In the gourd, in the cream, we are now last call. So please remember that Tara really has no plans to reorder this because fall is the shortest season for decorating. So what we see here, when these are gone, I would just apologize and say I'm sorry and just keep checking back maybe a few months from now into next year to see if you're going to be able to pick these up. But what I love about them, to your point about mixing and matching the pumpkins and the gourds together, is that a lot of the houses these days are being created where the kitchen sort of opens up into the family room.
Yes.
There's always that dark corner in the kitchen. What do you stick in that dark corner that's in there? You can raise a couple of these up and have a couple of them down,
Absolutely.
and you can take maybe a couple of pumpkins or gourds there, and then maybe sprinkle a couple of other ones in different colors, so it doesn't look that matchy-matchy
I love that.
into the family room.
And Sharon, I actually, when I designed the smaller ones, what I like to call our place card holders, I purposely made them the next size down. I think they're about 3.5 inch. So if you did want to pick up the entire collection, I just wanted you to see if you could nestle this with some leaves, like Sharon was saying. Maybe you go to the art store and pick something up, the craft store. Look how great that is. You have all 3 sizes. You have your 6 inch, you have your 4 inch, your 6 inch, your 5 inch, and your 4 inch. And then if you sprinkle in the little ones, you have 3.5 inches.
my word.
All 4 hours. So you don't have to, one's 3 hours, one's 4 hours. I did it
They're
so
all
that
the
it was
same.
all a collection.
And
Yes.
by the way, here is where we are. The cream in both the pumpkin and the gourds is completely
You're gonna
sold
love
out.
them.
The amber in the pumpkins is now completely sold out. All we have is the gourd and the amber. Fewer than 200 remain there. What about are we okay with the orange? We're okay with the orange in both? Gourd is also starting to get limited in the orange, but I know we still do have the pumpkin in the orange.
Yes.
However, my line producer just said to me, however, don't wait for this. Usually, actually, my line producer doesn't tell me that. So that's from the words above coming through me to you at home, that if you're gonna hang on this idea for the rest of the show, might not be the best idea since we have no plans to reorder this one. Look at how rich that is. And there's only 2 things that we added to just the brown that we have there in the background. The hot pick that you see here with the orange pumpkins, and then those pillar candles that we had from earlier in the show.
Because I love it. When that glass jar is done, use it for something else. You can fill it elsewhere. But now those pedestals become...
You put the pumpkin on the
you put the
pedestal.
pumpkin on it. You can put a plate on it and now make it a cake plate. Those pedestals are so versatile. They add that height that you've been talking about that maybe you just want to zhuzh around. I love the orange. The orange to me is that rusty color. It's going to work back with all of the pieces that you've collected. And remember, color morph or the beautiful white, and you get the 4-hour timer. You guys, with the metallic finish, these are so spectacular. I can't wait to hear what you guys think when you get them home.
And you get to choose with the flip of a switch. Do you want the white illumination or do you want the color morphing? I love these.